PBS special or something. They said it was copyrighted by PBS. So I have another YouTube channel. It's happened before. Just in case you missed something in class and they had to go back. But yeah, 3 to 5 is the stage called initiative versus guilt. And I definitely see that with my 5-year-old. That's preschool age. She started kindergarten this year at 5. You can start kindergarten. You have to go to kindergarten now, right? Like they get you for, what's it called? Truancy? Unless if you homeschool. I guess you could homeschool. So what do you guys think is the difference between a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old?
Fine motor skills.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Intelligence.
They get a whole lot of. They get a little more words, yeah. So 1-year-old, the goal is master mobility. 4-year-old mobility is used for exploration independence. Like I was kind of showing folks before class, my 2 little ones wanted to go way up here to this park last night. So I took them freaking barefoot and we walked like a mile. And they were like, this is the best. There's 100 frogs back there. It's like near Middletown. If you take Middletown exit 30 off I-75. Do all of you live off I-75? Or you're off I-70, aren't you? Indianapolis. Is that 70 or 74?
What? I'm not from Indianapolis.
Which one are you off of?
Like the freeways?
Yeah.
Oh, 94, 75, 696.
Okay. Indianapolis, you can take 70 there from here or 74 from Cincinnati, I think.
Yeah, I think 75.
Okay. So that's where we're near. Kids, they totally imitate your sounds. So you make some weird noises or say weird phrases, they will repeat you. If you cuss a lot, they will cuss. That's the hard part. So you got to make sure not to cuss. Like they will literally say the same cuss words that you say. So they master spoken language at 4. At 1, yeah, they're imitating sounds. I think I had my 1-year-old imitate that once, walking down the steps. My wife would get really nervous when the 1-year-old would get near the steps, and she'd be like, oh, fuck. And so he went down the steps. He was like, fuck, fuck, fuck. And I'm like, oh, dude, you can't be saying that. You're going to get kicked out of school. So 1-year-old manipulates physical world to learn. 4-year-old uses mental symbols. And then the last one is the sense of self begins, even though they're connected to parents. And then the 4-year-old pursues relationships separate from parents. So they start having friends. At the age of 4, that's when they get some friends. So girls develop fine and gross motor skills slightly before boys. Like they can jump better, they can run better, they can all the way up till 8th grade, I feel like. You guys notice that girls are bigger than boys until 8th grade sometimes.
Yeah.
And then the boys take off growing. 9th grade, something like that. So they also do better on fine motor skills. So like building towers, zippers, things like that. Strengths you can give them, nutrition. So 1 in 3 children are obese before age 5. And obese means you're 85% on the BMI scale. You guys heard of BMI before? Body Measurement Index, BMI. Body mass index. Because they actually, I think, want you to be, there's a way they measure you. At 6 feet tall, I should be like 185 pounds. I'm more like 189 pounds. So they call me big on BMI. That's what happens when you get old. You just can't You can't hide it anymore. One of the hazards could be asthma, so especially with weather like this. Oh, this is the funniest video ever. So egocentrism, the kids can't distinguish their view or perspective from your view. They think that you are seeing what they're seeing. It's really weird. So the way you can see that is called the three mountain problem. And here's what that looks like. If I find the video for you. It's freaking hilarious. Because like there's a certain age they can finally get it. But to start out, they don't know. Here's a young kid that does the three.
Can you tell me what you see when you look at that from where you're sitting? What are some of the things that you see?
A cat.
A cat.
And a tree and a barn.
Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing. Can you tell me what you see when you look at it from that stool?
An owl.
An owl?
And him.
What is that?
A goat.
A goat?
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else you see?
Yeah, right there.
Right there, what is that?
A tree.
A tree.
And there's another little tree.
Another little tree? Right. And can you tell me what I see when I look at this from where I'm sitting right here?
So this is when the kid is this age, he literally can't remember what he saw before. Like she's asking, what do you think that I see? And then he answers what he's looking at.
An owl.
Okay.
And a goat.
Mm-hmm.
And a little tree. And that.
Okay, so
So you can do that with any kid that age at like 2, 3, and 4. And here's where the age he remembers the difference. So he's more like 6, 7, 8. And this is when they get out of the egocentrism where like they think everybody sees the same shit they're seeing or wants the same thing they want or experiences the same thing they
can you tell me what you see from that side?
A fox and a bone and a volcano and
Yeah.
a rock and a big fat Christmas tree.
Now, Braxton, can you tell me what I see from where I'm sitting?
A bird and a river and a volcano and a horsey and a rock and a tree.
So he actually remembered. That is the three mountain problem. There's a few of these. There's a lot of good videos about it. Yeah, that's the conservation task. So this is another one at the age of 3. This was what we just watched. And you can see the difference between a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. So we're cruising through early childhood there. Also, intuitive thought starts happening at about 4 years old. It could be as late as 7, like primitive reasoning, but not formal logic. And the example is how and why. Like you ask them questions like, how does that happen? Why? So conservation problems at the younger age, they cannot understand that properties of an object will remain the same, even though the aspect of it changes. So like if you got a cookie, you could give your niece the smaller cookie. And they think that because they got one, it's okay. It's the same size. And here's kind of how it illustrates it. It's on this one, you can see the difference.
Help Me Grow Early Intervention supports families with children birth to age 3 who have developed mental delays or disabilities.
So I'm gonna make 2 rows of quarters. Okay, does this row have more quarters? Does this row have more quarters, or are they the same?
The same.
The same? Okay, now watch. Now, does this row have more quarters? Does this row have more quarters, or are they the same?
That one has more color.
So he thinks because they're stretched out, it has more quarters. They're still the same number. And then he's at the age where he can't really quite get it. They do it with liquids also.
That one has more quarters? Why does that one have more quarters?
Because it's stretched out.
Because it's stretched out?
Yes.
Okay, so how many are in this row?
1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, how many are in this room?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, are there more in this row, or are they the same?
The same.
The same.
So it took him that, she counted him through it and he was able to see it. They do the same with like liquids, and that's a big, or Play-Doh or something like that.
Same? Okay, so we have 2 sticks. Is this stick longer? Is this stick longer, or are they the same?
The same.
The same? What about now? Is this stick longer? Is this stick longer, or are they the same?
That stick is longer.
This stick.
So they just can't wrap their brain around like properties of things, Play-Doh, water.
Is longer?
Yeah,
Can you tell me why?
because you moved it over.
So now it's longer.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me. I'm gonna pour blue water into each of these cups, and you're gonna have to tell me when they have the same amount, okay?
You can try this on any of your 3-year-olds and they'll all kind of think this way.
Okay, tell me when this one is the same.
The same.
The same? Those 2 are the same now?
Yeah.
Okay.
The white is the same.
Good. Okay, now watch this. We're gonna take the blue water from this glass, and we're gonna pour it into this glass. Now,
So that's stretched out, but it's the exact same liquid that she took from the other cup. And he just, again, conservation wise, kids at 3, 4 can't see it.
this glass have more water? Does this glass have more water, or are they the same?
Has more water.
This one has more water? Can you tell me why?
Because that one's higher than that one.
That one's higher than that one, right? Can you tell me, does this ball have more Play-Doh? Does this ball have more Play-Doh, or are they the same?
That one has more Play-Doh.
That one has more?
Yeah.
Let's try and make them the same. Make them 2 of the same size. What about now?
They're the same.
They're the same now? Okay, now watch. Now, does this one have more Play-Doh? Does this one have more Play-Doh, or are they the same?
That one has more Play-Doh.
That one has more Play-Doh? Can you tell me why?
You smushed that one.
Because that one's smushed. How about now? Does this one have more Play-Doh? Does this one have more Play-Doh, or are they the same?
The same.
Now they're the same. Why are they the same?
You roll that one back up.
Okay, great. Okay. Did we share the graham cracker?
So this is when you could do this with your 3-year-old on a snack and they don't really notice the difference on the size.
Crackers fair? Is this fair?
Yes.
Yes? Can you tell me why it's fair?
Yeah, what did I do?
I have 1.
You have 2 and I have 1.
Is that fair?
No.
No? How about now?
Now that's fair.
Now that's fair. Why is that fair?
You have 2 and I have 2.
So they both got 2. It's a different size of the 2, but that's kind of, the kids just can't at that age formally see it. And that's what the conservation one was. It's that they cannot understand that properties of an object will remain the same even though aspects of it changes, like the liquid especially. Also on information processing, they're learning to attend to relevant information. So memory, problems of storage rather than retrieval, and then infantile amnesia. They have no memory before the age of 3. What was your all's first memory ever? What age?
Kindergarten.
So maybe 4 or 5?
Preschool. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to preschool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's, I mean, that's, yeah. Which one did you go to?
What?
In preschool or kindergarten?
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
I didn't go to preschool.
What was the name of the kindergarten?
It was called Clinton Young.
Okay. Was it a good one?
It was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
sit there long, so.
Yeah. And then what was your all's first memories ever?
I was like 2, I think.
Okay, that's a pretty early. That would be is like they said.
I don't even know. Like my first ever memory.
Mine was like 3. My parents took the pacifier and they said they gave it to the raccoon at the zoo, and I was pissed because I wanted a pacifier still. Like, and I still have like I chew on toothpicks and I smoked for a while, 10 years, a pack a day for 10 years. So, but what was yours at 2?
I was laying in my crib, and my brother had this Cars TV, and my sister wanted to watch My Little Pony on it. I remember it being like super dark, so I was like, "Can y'all turn it off? Can y'all turn it off?" And they wouldn't turn it off.
Because you wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
right.
I was tired.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sometimes it is like a traumatic memory. That's how we remember earlier, is where it could come up. So, communication is a big one. Like you usually have comprehension before language. Like this 1-year-old that I was showing a picture of, she knows what I'm saying a lot. She'll stare at me. She got her first sucker last night, so we were giving her a hard time, and you took that thing out of her mouth and she flipped the hell out. So she knows what you're saying, but she can't talk back to you. You know what I mean? Like they're still learning how to develop words. You'd be like, do you want more? Do you want this? Do you want that? And they'll answer. So at 3 years, you can talk about people and objects that are not present, and your vocab is about 900 words. That's when you're 3. At 6, so double that age, you got a vocabulary between 8,000, so that's almost 10 times the words, and 14,000 words. That's almost 15 times the amount of words. We got universal grammar, so structural facets of language. Ground rules are innate. Child's mind is not a blank slate. Individual languages are a single pattern variation, so it's easier for them to learn like Spanish at this age. They can learn and become bilingual. Language development appears to be encouraged by frequency and type of responses that adult speakers verbalize to children. So you got to talk to your kids. That's the one thing. If you want them to learn how to talk, that's important. Bilingualism does not cause speech or language problems. In fact, it may have cognitive advantages in the long term. So they mentioned that if you teach a kid 2 languages, they might actually end up like being more versatile with their language in general. And then language disorder can occur in 3% or 5% of children, but half of them will outgrow it. So only about 1.5% to 2.5% will end up stuck with the language problems. Then here's communication progression. So their first words are usually at about 16, 17 months. I got mine saying the word ball. It's about all she says right now, ball. You give her a ball. Then a vocab spurt at 2 years. Like they might start talking more often when they're 2, like 24 months, even 25 months. But not really till 33 months do they have the use of sentences. So they're almost 3 years old. Of course, they're starting my CBG meeting. They said, we'll meet from 3 until 4, and if you have a class, you can just jump on whenever you want. We'll ignore them for a minute. Oh yeah, I gotta give you guys time to work on some of your stuff too, so we'll do that. I do have a sign-in sheet, so you get your, if anybody has a pen, I don't have a pen. So, psychological dimension, you got attitudes, emotions, and regulation. The emotional regulation, this is again where as parents, we got to teach our kids emotional regulation. If I'm flying off the handle and cussing all the time, my kid's not going to learn how to self-soothe and breathe and calm down. If I'm able to calm down or even show them actively how to calm down, they can usually calm down. So you could do emotional coaching. It's a process by which a parent or caregiver assists the child in recognizing his emotions and then uses the experience as a way for the child to learn about himself and to problem solve. They even have like cards right now, emotion cards. Here's an example of a list of emotions. Say maybe you use the emotion chart. Like, how are we likely to feel when our needs are being met? You could feel absorbed, adventurous, excited, and then you got feelings when your needs are not met. So it could be, how are we likely to feel when our needs are not being met? Afraid, disgusted, aggravated, agitated, alarmed, aloof, anguish. So just like teaching them, here's the 5 steps. Become aware of the child's emotion. Like, he's pissed he didn't get to keep his lollipop or get a second one. Then recognize the emotion as an opportunity for intimacy and teaching. So talking to them, you listen empathetically and validate the child's feelings. And then you help the child find words to label the emotion he is having, and then set limits while exploring strategies to solve the emotional problem at hand. So I'm going to send this because we got a bunch of kids that need to learn how to do that still. So fears at this age, like their greater imagination with symbolic thought. Sometimes kids could have night terrors, like they hold in emotions when they're awake, and then they have night terrors about them. Preschoolers are at greater risk following a disaster or loss. So does anybody remember the tornado hitting up in your community back in the day? What all happened when that went down? It got slammed a few years ago. I think it was 2018.
It was 2019.
So what all happened for you guys?
Just some trees fell around the crib. I got out of school for the last week.
It slammed Dayton.
Yeah.
It like dismembered Dayton, I think. Weren't there some people that lost everything?
Yeah, a couple of my friends at middle school had to move out their houses for a couple months.
Because it like took the roof off, right? And if you experience that as a preschooler, you got lots of fears. You know what I mean? Like, you think that's a normal event. And it might only happen once every 20 years. You know what I mean? Anybody else experience a natural disaster? Remember the power going out in 2010, or were you guys all too young? What year were you guys born in?
2000.
I guess you would be 5, but we had a week. A hurricane came through here, which was weird, in Ohio and maybe Indiana, and we had no power for 7 days. And everybody seemed to remember that because you don't have your like pads or computers or TVs or any of that for 7 days, unless if you charge it in your car. So the child PTSD symptom scale, the researcher was Faux et al. In 2001. For example, having feelings in your body when you think about or hear about the event. For example, feeling scared or angry, even sad, and then guilty. So like sometimes survivors of a major event feel guilty. So aggression peaks at age 4, like kids start pummeling each other at age 4. It's a way of asserting themselves. Also, if they're exposed to any hazardous substances during pregnancy, that could increase the risk. Yeah, you guys seen this shit about Tylenol right now?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's stupid.
What's all going on?
Are you talking about they say like it causes autism? Yeah, it's stupid.
And then some pregnant women took a whole bunch, like fuck all y'all, and then went to the emergency room for it. Because you can overdose on it. So it's definitely important to take.
Overdose on Tylenol?
Yes, that's one of the top 3 ODs that happen. It's kidney failure, like liver or kidney shuts down. It's, yes, it's dangerous as hell.
Give me a drug I can't.
Suboxone.
Thank you.
Yeah. Methadone was to get off heroin back in the day, but people kept overdosing off methadone and heroin. Then they created Suboxone. It's not supposed to have an OD. So temper tantrums are almost non-existent after age 4. That sucks because my 4-year-old's bad right now. And I thought they were saying at age 4. They're saying after age 4. 2 to 3-year-olds react aggressively to parents who have set limits versus older children act aggressively to peer conflict. So like I tell my kid, give me that pad. He throws that motherfucker across the room. So we got to teach him how to calm down. We got to teach him like, take a deep breath. So young children also use aggression to get something they want, like a toy, versus older children use verbal aggression to hurt one another. And then sharing, if you're lucky, by 4 years, they have empathetic sharing, but motivated as a means of getting their way. So maybe they shared something, but they know that they're going to get a cookie for doing it or being good. This last one I'm about to take like the whole next class on is parenting styles. So this one is a big one. And I usually ask, what type of parenting were you all brought up with? And then which one do you want to use if you become a parent? So there are, let's see if making it bigger helps. It's going to be smaller for me, but there are your parenting styles. Authoritative is somebody who's nurturing, they set boundaries, they discipline through guidance, but they have open communication. So it's high in warmth, but it's also high in control. Next is low in warmth, authoritarian parent. I feel like I had one of each of these. Strict, they're inflexible. Higher expectations, they punish rather than discipline. They call it a tiger mom. Permissive parent is like nurturing, affectionate, fewer inconsistent boundaries. They take the role of the friend rather than the parent. Like you could get a party at their house. That's low in control, but high in warmth. And then low in warmth and low in control is called the uninvolved parent. So they're emotionally detached, self-absorbed, inconsistent, or no boundaries, little reaction. I'll try to show you another video. If they have the videos here. Okay, here we go. We're going to finish off with this one. I got a funny sitcom one for next week.
Does anyone have thoughts on last week's reading?
Oh,
This is the parent.
Grammarly is great for when you're working on projects, writing emails, or
Do they charge for Grammarly?
No, there's a free version.
Is there? I need to use that.
Theory, there are only 4 styles of parenting. Authoritarian parents are controlling and demand obedience without considering the child's point of view. Permissive parents are loving but don't exert any control. There are no rules. Authoritative parents are firm but loving. They encourage independence within limits. Neglecting parents are uninvolved and often uninterested in their own child. Recently, a 5th style was proposed, but we will come back to that later. The styles range from controlling and demanding to complete freedom, and from cold and unresponsive to loving and receptive. Each authoritative, permissive, authoritarian, and neglectful parents have their place. To understand what it means to grow up with parents from each end of the spectrum, we can imagine the lives of 4 children. Sarah's parents are authoritarian. They love their girl, but they believe that strict rules are important to make Sarah become well-behaved and fit into society. If Sarah cries, she's told to stop. If she talks back, she is sent to the corner for time out. If she forgets to take care of her chores around the house, she is not allowed to play with her toys. Sarah learns that suppressing her emotions and following her duties is the way to get through the day. To get the love of her parents and to avoid making them upset, she becomes obedient. However, because Sarah was never allowed to decide for herself or follow her intrinsic interests, as an adult, she doesn't know what she really wants. She begins living a life that seems perfect to her parents and society, but might leave her unhappy on the inside. Permissive parents, like those of Peter, enjoy their little boy so much that they believe they should fulfill all his wishes, give him full freedom, and never say no. Peter enjoys full control over his parents and gets whatever he wants. If he doesn't want to walk, he'll be carried. If he wants ice cream he gets. If he wants to play games, he'll be playing them all night. Peter grows up completely without borders and does whatever he thinks is right. He never coped with conflict, and he did not learn to control his emotions. The fact that he always got what he wanted made him a bad loser. As he grows older, he often acts inconsiderate and doesn't know his limits. Arthur's authoritative parents respect their child's needs, but believe that kids need freedom within certain limits. Arthur can freely play, but when he's done, he needs to help tidy up. He is allowed to eat ice cream, but only on Sundays. Screen time is limited to 30 minutes a day. There may be conflict, but the parents listen to what Arthur has to say and then lay down the rules. Arthur learns that some things are difficult, but his parents give him all the support he needs to get through it. He develops the strength to endure hardships and to continue following his interests and passions. In class, he bravely expresses his own opinions in an appropriate manner. During breaks, he can show his emotions and act freely. As an adult, he agrees to rules only after they have been discussed and he feels like he understands them. Neglectful parents are usually not present in their children's life. Nora often feels completely alone in the world. She experiences full freedom to do anything she wants to and has plenty of imagination, but she never receives any feedback or even attention. Nora realizes that it doesn't matter what she does because no one cares anyway. The lack of attention leads to a lack of trust in herself and others. She becomes insecurely attached, unable to form healthy relationships, and develops a negative image of herself. To stop feeling unworthy of love, she tries not to feel anything at all. In recent years, over-involved parents who are present in every aspect of their child's life are often referred to as the fifth style. These parents are also known as snowplows, removing obstacles out of their kids' path, or helicopter parents who hover about and micromanage every aspect of their child's life.
So this is the one they've added in, but it's kind of more modern where you can like watch everything your kid's doing. I think they even have cameras in daycares nowadays, so they call them the over-involved parents.
Since they won't let their children do anything alone, the children can't learn to overcome challenges by themselves. Research infers that these children don't like to solve difficult problems, lack perseverance, and may even procrastinate in protest when something requires a lot of effort. Since most research on parenting is based on self-reports and was done in the US and Europe, it is not clear how strongly the observed effects will hold up in controlled observational experiments or in other parts of the world. The 4 parenting styles were first introduced by psychologist Diana Baumrind. For good parenting, she advised balance of demandingness and responsiveness. Add to that the wise words of Maria Montessori to never help a child with a task at which he feels he can succeed, and parents should do pretty well.
That's true too.
What do you think? Should parents resort to a specific style, or should they decide what's best to do in a given situation, as long as they don't neglect or abuse their child? To download this video without background music and learn.
All right, so that's you can answer now, but what do you think your parenting style growing up was?
I don't really know.
It's okay. It tells it it shows resilience in ways that we've overcome. You want it bigger?
Yeah, because I can't read it.
Is that bigger?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can think about it till next time if that's easier, but
Did I say little on there?
low in control, low in warmth. So I know that chart's weird, but I kind of authoritarian where they were strict as a mofo, and then maybe my dad was permissive where he'd let you do what you want.
I mean, but we got now it's still, she's still, I think she's
They're going to make you cook for Thanksgiving.
No. No.
You guys going to have each other over for Thanksgiving?
He is too far. Yeah. I don't eat Thanksgiving food like that though. I do.
I eat the sides.
I don't really like, I eat the bread and the ham.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Okay.
If they got like a deviled egg,
Oh, yeah.
I'll eat one.
Yes.
They're not bad.
Yes. Well, we're going to stop here is literally the next whole class will be parenting again, because that's who makes us who we are. We can change that, but we never lose it. That's always a part of us. I'd get the belt. I'd sometimes get the metal belt if I was real bad, the metal buckle side of the belt. But now I don't think you can do that. They'll arrest you. He said, nah. Yeah. Well, that is all I have because they're going to want me in this meeting. I want to give you guys time to work on any stuff you got. Oh, yeah, your applications.
When are they due?
It's next month, but I know next month also begins Wednesday or Thursday, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Next Wednesday.
Let's see. Excuse me. Here you go. Assignments. There it is. October 4th? October 4th. Oh, then we're presenting on major mental illness. You can start doing that as early as October 5th. Any day in October you can present.
This is something you should sign in sheet of.
Oh, yes. Here you go.
I get up.
I ran a 10K today and I'm feeling old, man. I have rhabdomyolysis for my muscles. It's your muscle breakdown.
I thought you was bringing it this way.
She said, shit. Is he going into the DMs slide into the DMs? Oh. That is funny. Have you guys ever watched The Social Network? Like how Facebook started? But it's so true is when I was your all's age, we had to actually be like, how old are they? What class are they in? What are they studying? What do they do? Where are they from? And now you got it all listed on social media. And you can creep on people. I know a lot of people don't list it, but
A lot of people don't put a lot of information on that into social media. Because they know things be creepy.